Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am very excited to show you guys this amazing cookies and cream recipe that looks just like a sunflower. We're starting off with a homemade cookies and cream cupcake, then we're gonna top it with our cookies and cream buttercream frosting, and then we'll decorate it to make it look like these gorgeous sunflowers in celebration of spring. I don't know about where you guys live, but here in Illinois, the weather has been crazy. It'll be raining one week, snowing one day, the snow will disappear the next day, and so on and so forth. The ingredients that you will need for this cake batter include your 1 1/2 cups of cake flour, 1 cup of sugar, some chocolate sandwich cookies, half a cup of milk, 2 eggs, 1 stick of softened butter, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. This cupcake recipe is super simple. You first want to start off by preheating your oven to 350 degrees, and now we can start preparing our cake batter. This is one of my all-time favorite cookies and cream recipes, so let's start. You first want to incorporate in a medium bowl your flour, your baking powder, and your salt. And you want to whisk all of these ingredients together until they are well incorporated. Then in a separate bowl, you want to beat together your butter and your sugar. Remember, your butter has to be nice and softened so it blends really well. Once these two ingredients are incorporated, then you can incorporate each egg, mixing in between each addition. At this point, we are now going to incorporate our flour and our milk. We're going to first start off with 1/3 of our dry, mix it in, then add half of your milk, mix it in, add another 1/3 of your dry, mix it in, add the last half of your milk, mix it up, and last but not least, finish off with the remainder of your dry ingredients and mix it up. Your cake batter should look something like this. Our cake batter is almost finished. All we need to do is add in some cookie crumbs. We're first going to use a little food processor to crush up our cookies. You can definitely use a disposable Ziploc bag and crush it using a rolling pin or a meat tenderizer, or you can punch it or do whatever you can to get tiny fine crumbs. But today I will be using this mini food processor. So just place your cookies into your food processor and pulse it until it becomes a fine crumb just like this. And now we want to incorporate a 1/4 cup of these crumbs into our cake batter and fold it in using a spatula. Why isn't this turning on? Is it supposed to click or something? It works! Now that our cake batter is finished and smelling wonderful, we're gonna fill our cupcake pan with our cupcake liners, and then we'll fill each cupcake liner 2/3 of the way full. Now that these cupcakes are all finished, we are ready to place them into our 350 degree preheated oven, and these will bake for about 15 minutes. While our cupcakes are baking away in the oven, it is the perfect time to start our cookies and cream buttercream. And for this recipe, we're bringing out the big guns. So, if you don't have one of these stand mixers, you can definitely use a little hand mixer. To start our buttercream, you want to place 2 sticks of softened butter into your mixer and just beat that for 6 to 8 minutes until it becomes nice and fluffy. Once nice and fluffy, you can add in your 4 cups of powdered sugar, 1 cup at a time, mixing in between each addition. Once that is done, then you can go ahead and add in your few tablespoons of milk. I like to start off with 1 tablespoon first. If it's still too thick, then I add another half a tablespoon at a time until it becomes the desired consistency. You also want to add in your pinch of salt and your vanilla. And last but not least, your 1/4 of a cup of cookie crumbles. Mix that through and your buttercream is complete. Now that our cupcakes have finished baking off in the oven and have cooled for an entire hour, it is time to assemble and decorate our sunflower cookies and cream cupcakes. So start by placing your frosting in the center and just push until it reaches the edges of the cupcake. Then you want to take your yellow buttercream frosting and a leaf tip and just start making leaves all around your cupcake. So just squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull. And these are going to look like the petals off of a sunflower. Now finish off your cupcake by placing a cookie in the center. Thank you guys so much for joining me once again on the channel. These cupcakes were super simple to make. We started off with our cookies and cream cupcake, we topped it off with our cookies and cream buttercream frosting, and then we finished it and decorated it to look like a sunflower, just in time for the spring weather. Cutting into it is super easy. The cake is nice and moist. The buttercream is phenomenal. Literally my favorite buttercream frosting ever. Make sure you guys give it a try. And the cookies and the cupcake are not super overpowering. You do taste a little bit of the chocolate from them. You guys cannot go wrong with this recipe at all. The recipe and the ingredients are down below, so make sure to give them a try. This is a perfect dessert for Mother's Day as well. Or you can just have some fun baking with friends, family, or even children. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and make sure you check out some of my other videos as well. I have a lot of cupcake videos on this channel, so I will leave a link to the playlist down below. And as always, remember to keep things simple yet elegant, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!